Is that a part of your game that you've been working on the postseason? Are we going to see more blocks out of you as your career rolls on?
Not really something you can work on.
Okay. This is for Caitlin. Triple-double today. Not the first one in your career, but you had 4 blocks out there. That's more than you ever had in college. Matches your WNBA career high. Felt like you were channeling the spirit of Gabby Marshall out there with the blocks.
I don't know. I felt like I had active hands. I had some pokes when our post players were playing good defense, and coaching staff has just challenged me to try to be a better defender every single practice and just getting better in that area. I still feel like there's a lot of room for me to improve.
From Caitlin Clark's pregame energy to her fiery confrontation with Angel Reese, this breakdown reveals everything about the explosive Fever versus Sky game and what it says about the WNBA's rising tension. Caitlin Clark seemed to be in the zone already before the game began.
So the second I saw Caitlin Clark foul Angel Reese, Reese fall to the ground, Reese get up and get in Caitlin Clark's face, it was obvious what all the discussion points and talking points would be about, despite the Fever's rout of the Sky. I mean, it was not a contest. Caitlin Clark gets a triple-double. Duana Bonner moves to 3rd all-time in WNBA scoring history, and the Fever looked better defensively and rebounding. Because really, the storyline, from a basketball play standpoint, was that the Fever didn't even play their best, and they blew the Sky off the floor.
From her pregame warm-up to her real workout, her entire attitude exuded, "I'm here to do business." Early on, the Fever established the mood with their relentless speed and lightning-fast ball movement. They were ahead 56-45, and as things grew hot, the opposition team started to become agitated. With every play and whistle, Angel Reese seemed to be feeding her fire from the stress. Then, that time arrived. One play, Caitlin Clark was protecting Reese and called for a personal foul. After looking at footage, though, the officials concluded it was a flagrant infraction.
AB got the tech?
I know.
Wait, what?
I got the tech?
I didn't know that.
Oh,
well, first of
no.
all,
I know.
let's not make it anything that it's not. It was just a good play on the basketball. I'm not sure what the refs saw to upgrade it. I don't think any of those blocks were too obvious. You look at the stat sheet and it's like, oh, wow, 4. But, you can get your hand on there and help your teammate out. It makes the world of a difference. So, yeah. After watching the initial whatever happened during the play and then whatever happened after, we watch a lot of basketball. It's a take foul to put them at the free throw line or rather give up 2 points. I've watched a lot of basketball in my life. That's exactly what it was. I wasn't trying to do anything malicious. That's not the type of player I am.
The vibe changed drastically then as well. You could get it all around the arena. Their pride fight was almost audible on the court as Angel Reese clapped back straight back, obviously offended by the collision. By the second, the audience was completely absorbed and getting louder. Apart from handling Reese and Clark, the officials had to intervene and call technical fouls to preserve discipline. One lacked sufficient. As things worsened, Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston were issued double techs. Those who disagreed with the calls had a common criticism of the referee's decisions. Proceeding without pause, the analyst remarked, "As usual, the referees were not making the right calls."
So, yes, wasn't anything like that. And I went for the ball, and that's clear as day in the replay. You watch it. It shouldn't have been upgraded, but again, that's up to the ref's discretion. But I appreciate AB having my back. I guess I don't even know what she did. I didn't see that.
No, nobody's going to get anything easy against us. We're going to be a tough defensive team. I thought it was a clear play on the ball as well. One of the points of emphasis for us is we can't give up and ones. But I thought it was a good play on the ball, and I am proud of this group. I mean, look, we have a lot of young players, and we have a lot of veterans, and understanding, moments where we have opportunities to grow from a mental toughness standpoint.
It raised the drama to a fresh degree and gave the officials credibility as though they belonged in the narrative. This profanity has intended meaning. There was closeness, respect, and a statement were more important right now than winning or possessing anything tangible. Tempers raging between these two aggressive basketball players revealed that this was about more than just the game. History of Reese and Clark together? I so agree. This conflict was one for domination between two groups. The fascinating bit of the narrative is that it did not finish here. The Fever refused to let the anarchy rule them. They stayed totally engrossed, concentrated. We will then talk on that. That speaks to something about the direction this group is headed. Imagine instead of falling, the Indiana Fever triumphs over the most explosive moment of the game. Though who were the Fever? Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese took front stage. All they did was stillness. Given such strain, what type of calm a team can achieve? It all begins for the Fever with Stephanie White. Her method of instruction stresses discipline and focus, and it is working. Under White's direction, this team is playing something else this year.
But they also won't be pushed around, which you saw in the midst of this. And the moral of the story is both Clark and Reese said, let's move on after the fact, showing that it was part of the competitive spirit and the way that the game is played. And now when you do look at the play itself and everything that took place, here is exactly what Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese had to say. And sometimes it can get physical at times. But the real problem, the thing that it's going to be hard for the rest of the league to move on from, is how dangerous the Fever look. Now,
everyone understands their part. She is setting a standard whereby one is always ready, never gets scared. Let us return to the 2 technical fouls that launched the entire event. Following Caitlin Clark's egregious foul, Aaliyah Boston got caught and Angel Reese grew furious. The officials gave down 2 technical fouls as if attempting to extinguish a fire, which did not help to defuse the matter. Anxiety on the court was at never-seen levels. Such overflowing emotions have the power to destroy a team, but on this occasion that won't be the case. Though the world around them appeared to be disintegrating, the Fever maintained their heads clear. After those technical fouls, the Fever wasted no time demonstrating why they should be watched. Their defense ramp-up seemed to indicate that they were ready for such an attack. Neither of them became enraged, nor began exaggerating over nothing. Rather, they refocused and turned up their output. Consider how the Fever might have collapsed in such manner last season. Under those circumstances, where emotions were high and composure was erasing, they would have lost their bearings and made many mistakes. Conversely, this season is fresh from start. It is hardly accidental that their defense has progressed so remarkably. The preparation and momentum of their early program produced this. They want to win a lot this season, but they also want to get confidence for the next more difficult challenges. This Fever group seems poised to face the Lynx, Liberty, and Aces. Imagine what they could achieve in the playoffs if they can transform this sort of anarchy into dominance in a game like this. Has Caitlin Clark come up anywhere? Their motivating power comes from her. The secret to the invincibility of this Fever squad could be her ability for intensity control. The victory of the Fever in this game represented more than just their winning run. By bringing the intensity and zeal supporting their dominance, Caitlin Clark proved she is the missing spark for the team. The detractors claimed she was going to come in and take that foul, since she wanted all the smoke. Her savagery sets a benchmark even in demanding environments. The Fever's responses reveal their competitiveness. Imagine what they are capable of when considerably more stakes are involved if they can shine in such a context. Are you game for more as the WNBA heats up?